What's up, guys? My name is Tyler Saul. I'm a certified personal trainer through the National Academy of Sports Medicine with a continuing education credit that is under performance enhancement specialist. So I want to dive right in. My topic is meditation and the physiological effects on the prefrontal cortex. So meditation to me is very, very powerful and something that I take very strongly to heart because of the benefits that I've seen in my life. And now one of my other passions, which is neuroscience, being able to combine the two and see an actual physiological change on the prefrontal cortex is quite astonishing. So I can't wait to dive in and share this information with you. So as I introduce these three topics that we're going to go over, let's just go over habit. What is it? We know that circuits that fire together wire together. We'll bring this topic back up. But we know that habits are formed through the strengthening of the neurological connections in the brain. So what ends up happening is if we don't do something, we weaken those neurological connections, and because of that end up losing those connections, and then those synapses end up becoming weaker and those habits start to deteriorate. So what I want to go over is there's two ways that we can actually strengthen these connections. One is the physical, is the doing, and the second is the mental and the quantum realm of the actual meditation through various techniques. But what I want to go over is the increase in activity and athletic performance that is shown through meditation that has a direct link to the prefrontal cortex, the delay in aging that we can have in the prefrontal cortex through meditation because the increase in brain matter, and that if we don't meditate, studies have shown that there is a decrease in gray matter in the brain. So meditation in layman's terms, I love the Tibetan translation, is to become familiar with the prefrontal cortex. Let's go over it. What are the three cognitive behaviors of the prefrontal cortex that are so important? It focuses on behavior, it focuses on speech, and it focuses on reasoning. So why are these three important? Behavior, speech, and reasoning. Let's talk about this, guys. If you're getting older, okay, and the gray matter in your prefrontal cortex is diminishing, what that means is that these cognitive behaviors are going to diminish as well. So what we want to do is increase the longevity of our life, but what's the point of living a long life if we don't have these cognitive abilities intact? So through meditation, we've shown an increase in the gray matter of the brain. So we'll dive into that. So the first study linked to positive and negative physiological effects on the prefrontal cortex. Increased blood flow to the frontal and anterior cingulate regions of the brain. Increases brain's attentional network. You become faster on all tasks that you perform. Aging causes a decrease in gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, which I mentioned, and that meditation can reverse those same physiological deteriorations through the easy course of meditation. So that's so powerful that we can reverse these anti-aging properties through meditation. Let's go into study 2. This is talking about behavior, irrationality to decision making due to decreased gray matter in the prefrontal cortex of the elderly. Now, this study went into the elderly population that was 65 years or older. And what we found is studied elderly and their decisions on final decision, studied the elderly and their decisions on financial decisions. And we found that the elderly performed less than par compared to peers half their age. So there is some reflection on the behavior patterns and a higher degree of irrationality linked to the decreasing gray matter in the prefrontal cortex. Powerful stuff. So like I mentioned, circuits that fire together, wire together are coming through Dr. Joe Dispenza, who studied meditation and spontaneous healing and found that through meditation, you actually can express different genetic expression and cause a biochemical change in the body that can last over time. Athletic performance. Two of my favorite people that have won incredible amounts of respect are Mark McGwire, who is a home run king and used visualization to attack the baseball, and Bradley Wiggins, who represents the UK, who won a world record through cycling, and was so incredible because the day he broke that world record, he actually ended up having to witness 4 people before him break that. So, study 3, the medial prefrontal cortex. This was very interesting because it anticipates the value of actions, likely outcomes of actions, positive, negative, and both. So why should you meditate? The increase in gray matter, increased decision-making over longevity of life, increased athletic performance, overall physical performance, increased blood flow to the frontal brain regions. 50-year-olds have shown that they have a 25-year-old thickness in the prefrontal cortex, increased sensory processing, and then I love this, Lawrence LeSean talks about meditation as coming home to that place of where your heart has the answers, the questions, and your brain through meditation can develop those answers that you're looking for through those questions. I love that. And without further ado, the references are posted right here, and these peer-reviewed journals are so incredible, and I'm so thankful for everything that has come into my life through this. Thank you. Have a great day.